Ooh. Ugh. I don't like that. Hello, it's Artistic We've been doing here. Welcome back to Mr. Raider's Solve It service. Also, if there is ever a moment where I talk about how the audio seems where I mentioned where like, oh, audio sounds weird, it's because I don't know whether it's the port. It's not for the game. It's not for the game. It's either the port, the audio jack port, or the headphones, and I don't know which one I'd rather it be. If it's the headphones, it means I'd have to go to my backup Razer headphones. But if it's the port, I don't know what I'd do. I'd have to get like a Bluetooth wireless one then to use. Anyway, okay, enough of that. Let's continue and hopefully maybe finish Mr. Reader's Solve It service. Okay, begin dreaming. Initiating dreaming sequence. Okay, gotta always check if I can click anything. Looks like a worm. We're starting off like this, aren't we? Why are you salivating? At Dome Tower, we work together to understand our world better and become a flower and let your potential bloom. Let your potential bloom. Anything but the blooming field is located below the ground. This area is called the Field of the Undying, which is in fact a huge artifact. I want to go down and see what it's like. Am I allowed to? Sure, aren't you curious? These black flowers. Want to taste one? Huh? Hold on. See if there's anything I can click. Nothing I can click. Nope, I don't see anything. Huh? Can I? Why not? The stem looks so frail. It looks like it would break at the slightest touch. I always feel like I can click something. Bleh. I thought so. Then don't suggest things like that. It's good inside of my mouth. Ew. I definitely know if the audio sound will get weird because of how loud it is. Each of these flowers is a miniature memory storage device. However, it's big enough to store an entire Rinko's data set in the petal, so it's kind of like the cloud in a way. Here we on. No hidden code. Here we store copies of the data sets of our flowers. In the process of research, their data may get corrupted or even destroyed, but here they remain in their original form. So we come here to restore their system back to the way it was. All we need to do is take one of the petals and sew it into the damaged raincoat. As you may have already noticed, these flowers and Tao's flowers are a shared name for a reason. However, there's something these flowers are capable of. That raincoat Hurons. I still don't know if I'm saying that correctly. What do you think, or not? What do you think that is? I'll answer it for you. They are capable of withering. Once their life cycle reaches its apex, they release their pollen. They will swiftly crumble until they become dust in the field. Their lives are conclusive, unlike ours. Melodic, don't you think? I'm trying to understand why this ending is called what it is. Oh, look at this little, I don't know why that just looks adorable in the top, in the corner of him, with him. Just, right now, he's always immersed in work. I wonder what he's doing or who he is for that matter. The way he gives orders like it's something one would naturally do, or the way we can enter just about any facility without asking, who is he really? Interested in my work? I'll show you something fun next time, okay? In return, do your best in the dream cocoon today, will you? Initiating dream sequence. Once upon a time, and we're doing a numbered thing, and I don't think I need to actually keep track of these. I think there's only one thing I need to keep track of. Okay. Once upon a time, in a locked, dark room, lived the big raincoat Hurion. The big raincoat Hurion couldn't move, for he was confined to a chair. All he knew was his name. It was so dark in the room that the big raincoat Hurian couldn't even see his own fingers. All he could do was look into the peeping hole in front of him. Through the hole, he could see only his only friend, the little raincoat Hurian. One day, the big raincoat Hurian asked his friend, "What do I look like to you?" Surprised, the little raincoat Hurian answered, "Why do you ask?" "You look exactly like me." Okay. I feel like art. Curious about the process? Alright, I promise I'd do a little demonstration. You don't know much about my field of work, do you? Let me start by defining my basic concepts. Right now I'm performing a raincoat transplantation. Is something like this even possible? No matter how much I tug on mine, it wouldn't come off. Did you know? All that you are, your memory, your body shape, your thought processes and sensations are stored inside the raincoat's fibers. Therefore, everything that makes you the way you are is the raincoat you wear. You're making it sound like I'm the one being worn by the raincoat here. The body is merely a vehicle that can change once it wears down. It's the biomass that can reshape into anything. I believe the reason we look the way we do is because of raincoat's material memory. Because of raincoat's material memory encoded into their fibers, look like the other Ülar because of the raincoat. Let me demonstrate it to you. Janitors, bring in the Hurian. Okay. Meet our averagely shaped Hurian, brought here straight from the unharvested sea. Unharvested sea is an extremely large body of water located near the Titan, or two Titans, depending on the region. You see, there are at least three interpretations of Hio's creation myth. Each day, many Hurians rise up from its depths and set foot upon Hio. On their own, they're simple creatures without pain receptors, aimlessly wandering around under the rain, feeding on the etherites produce. However, the moment they come in contact with raincoats, the raincoats attack and seize them. And a raincoat Hurian is made. Nowadays, the process is automated through the factory. There's a limited number of raincoats in this world, and most of their tags have been registered at the factory. Okay. Since raincoat themselves are neither alive nor dead until they come in contact with a living organism, capable of metabolism and growth, they cannot move on their own. But when they bond with Hurians, they fuse into an emergent organism. Emergents and entity having properties or behaviors that its parts do not have it on their own. Tip from his rainer, a raincoat Hurian is a great example of an emergent organism. The emergent quality is consciousness. Okay. Why do they only form a bond with Hurians? Aren't there like echoes and etheroids too? Let's just say etheroids live on a different plane of existence from you and me. As for echoes, well, it would be correct to say that they don't benefit from each other. Why is that? The shortest answer would be the different body structure. Echoes are iphyte-based organisms, which means they're organics. Okay, nothing new to quicker. The thick-skinned, limited body and dynamic structures prone to failure. If I were to compare them to Class H artifacts, they'd be like animated sub-toys. When certain sites fall out, there's no way of stuffing them back. Hurians, on the other hand, consist of small silicone particles. They're like magnet toys. You can mold them into anything, and they'll stay the same. As one of the common beliefs goes, when the Overseer created this world, he tore his own body apart to create Hurians, origin of form. His Holy Spirit took form of etheroids, origin of feeling, and his mind took the form of raincoats, origin of logic. And out of the mud rose the tools, echoes. Funny, isn't it? Tools, huh? Machine dream sequence. What is this dream? Welcome. Welcome to another episode of The Exposure. Now the question of what you've been waiting for. Guilty or forgiven. And the order for us to decide will have to expose your thread. Will you sink into the depths of shame or prove yourself worthy of our support? Please sign the agreement form to participate, otherwise you'll be automatically proven guilty. Now let us expose the thread. What the... okay, in the name of sincerity, expose the thread to live up to our hopes. In the name of love, expose the thread is love. We love you. In the name of exposed thread, show us everything. Oh, okay. Value restoration program. Okay. I'm just look this one up because I don't have time to deal with all of this. Hold on. Okay, so it is pretty simple. So I just have to go. Taking my time with this, so I don't want to screw it up. It's simply not trying hard enough. What the fuck? Okay, try this again. You go. What do I just do this? I can make it work if I gain more experience. Okay. Try to do this. I can do this. God damn it. I fucked up. I fucked up. Till I get back. What? I get. Okay. Did I... I must do a separate save. It's the first time using the bloom field, isn't it? You know how we rank coherence have here senses, then say echoes? Well, we only have sight, touch, balance, hearing. Echoes have twice the amount of those. In addition to those four, echoes possess the sense of taste, temperature, echolocation, pressure, hunger, and fullness of the stomach. Some can distinguish smells like carrier echoes do, but most importantly, unlike us, echoes possess a sense of pain. Raincoats don't even have physical responses to pain, since they're unable to perceive it. After signing the agreement form, you're placed in a standby cocoon, where you can hibernate until the tests take place. You may choose to not hibernate, instead immerse yourself in virtual reality with design. Patches to test the limitations and potential of raincoats and Heorians alike, ranging from radially symmetrical to bilaterally symmetrical shapes. Raincoats. I can't read that. Our time is up. Our determination will be initialized tomorrow. Initializing dream sequence. Up. Down. What? Up. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I know? I don't want to look. Don't want to think about it. Don't want to know. But no matter how I frame it, and how much I want to avert my eyes, the one who fell out of the cocoon was... Oh. An Ülar. Oh. I'm looking at the left. Get back in there. In then all I can do is run, because I'm a coward. So I want those cities to continue. So I don't want them to know. Are you in a hurry? I've seen all the dreams. Oh, so you're hurried over to tell me about them? That's admirable. Great, Ülar, let's reflect on them when we get back home, okay? Let's go. There's still lots to do. After all, the termination is tomorrow. We can't relax at all. Rene gave me a present from his collection, taught me so many things about this world, even though he didn't have to. It gave someone like me a place to belong. No, I'm a complete failure. Why did he... Because I'm a tool? Because I'm being used? None of these words explain the treatment I've gotten that the other Ülars didn't. Just whom did he see when he was looking at me? Rene, he, even though he called me his employee, he didn't act like I was one, as if it was an excuse. An excuse for what? If only I didn't get curious about that cocoon. I should just stop thinking about it. Perhaps I should just stop thinking altogether every time I did something on my own. God, I only ended up getting hurt. Lost in thought. Rene, hi, it seems I am restless as well. Mind if I keep you company? You know, I've been mulling over something a long while, though it might be boring for you to listen to me ramble. Rather, want me to tell you a story? These are extremely useful for understanding complex concepts. You call them complex, but they're only complex for the likes of me. Once upon a time, on a small planet, lived a nation of Humo. The Humo were the only nation on the planet who buried their dead. It made them unique, and they were incredibly proud of it, to the point of equating themselves with the immortal gods they worshipped. Like all the living beings on the planet, Humo were mortal. The more aware of their finite existence they became, the more desperately they looked for a way to live forever. They tried everything to immortalize themselves, but nothing ever worked. Idols were forgotten, buildings demolished, works of art destroyed. The memories of great adventurers became tainted as the moral values changed throughout generations. Desperate and disillusioned, the Humo built a museum that contained copies of every Humo that ever lived. However, the copies weren't made of flesh and bone. Instead, they were made of special yarn meant to last for millennia. Eventually, the Humo nation ceased to be, but the yarn dolls remained. Even though they were copies of the Humo, they were merely data containers. They weren't aware of their existence in the first place, so they just sat there not moving in. Centuries passed. One day, the door to the museum opened. Another nation came to the small planet in search of resources. However, not understanding the value of the yarn dolls, they recycled the yarn and made themselves garments from it, never learning of its true value. A silly nation, isn't it? All they did in the end was subject themselves to be trapped inside a piece of cloth forever. Even now, I kept thinking what a pitiful way to achieve eternity it was. I don't like that. I click anything, no. What the hell am I looking at? What am I looking at? Rene? Oh, is that Ren? What happened to Rene? Hey, get hold of yourself, didn't you? Did you say that Rango Hurons are immortal? Oh, he's crying over there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are you going to do? This is all I have left of him. See, if I ate you, would I hear your voice again? Oh, God. Would you tell me I did well? Would you tell me more about this world? All I wanted to hear over and over again. That I'm allowed to live among all of you the way I am. It didn't matter who tell me these words. Oh, he's eating it. How stupid. Sarah, this song you once mentioned, just don't understand what it was all about. You see, Ülar, this world is overrun with whispers, poisoning the minds that keep spreading. However, even among the noise, I want to continue singing. Is that so? Then even someone like me could also? And we're back to 0. But who? The Parable of the Giftless Raincoat Hurrian. In a faraway land, in the village of the Gifted, lived a giftless raincoat Hurrian. Everyone in this village was made of the same fabric. To be sewn from the same fabric meant that their fibers were arranged in the same way. All their patterns matched perfectly. All of them spoke in a similar way, acted in a similar way, and even had similar thoughts, except for him. He couldn't bring himself to laugh at the same things they did. They couldn't like the same things as them, and felt out of place during their annual festivals where they danced their worries away and dumped their miseries in the pit. However, despite their differences, the villagers accepted the giftless raincoat Hurrian the way he was, and never shunned him away. You're not so different from us, the villagers reassured. As long as we sing to one tune, all of us are the same, and so they included him in all their activities. Yet suffocated by their stagnant chorus, the giftless raincoat Hurrian felt incredibly bored until one day he fell into the pit. In the pit, he met someone unlike anyone he'd seen before, the very monster that the gifted fed their woes to. The monster was hungry, but the monster refused to eat the giftless raincoat Hurrian, for he didn't bear any gifts. All the giftless raincoat Hurrian could do was watch the monster devour from the shadows until it eventually became motionless, slowly decomposed before his eyes. Never before had the gifted raincoat Hurrian seen a sight more touching than witnessing the monster's passing. For first time in his life, the giftless raincoat Hurrian felt seen. Ending. There's the an ode to ephemerality. Ephemerality, that was it. Then we save there. And now we restart this, and all my saves are still here, right? Yes. Let's get to where we need to be. It's a lot of, again, this makes much more sense now. Fibers analyzed. Okay, yeah, this makes so much more sense. After learning about this world more, a lot of this makes more sense. Still disgusting. Which starts with the song. Song I'm supposed to know. I mean, was there stuff there that I completely just skipped over that I could have sing along? Okay, no, this I remember. Warning, connection lost. Title of the song. It was a bouquet for ephemerality. Just in case, let's save here. Aha! Let's go. Okay. Absolute directive, proceed. Rather no, but all our data is stored inside the raincoat's fibers. Hurrians on their own are just mindless automatons. Which is why you can rest assured I'm not going to torture you or anything. Mutilation, endurance, intelligence test, force feeding, artificial insemination. There are so many ways to test if you're really an echo or something else entirely. Unfortunately for you, I don't have the time for any of that. So without further ado, I would taking your raincoat. Oh. Ugh. Hi, aren't we cute? Who would have thought you weren't even an echo? Echo Study Corner. Hello, in today's Echo Study Corner, we'll talk about the most fundamental concept in biology, evolution. There are so many types of echoes around, but all of them evolve from one little echo. What determines what type of echo will evolve into? The answer is EchoNet. The network that echoes use to communicate determines their role in echo society. The signal they receive will affect their further development. Here's a question for another time. Which life form resembles an echo through mimicry, but is essentially its natural predator in the wild? Ooh. Can't click anything here? No. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. So now are we playing as a real class diviner location? Oh, so are we playing as the one that captured the fake then? Now? Playing as a real Ülar? No, but isn't the infamous weaver Ike now an underground hermit? Ooh. State your business. How cool, aren't you curious about my newest find? But yeah, I think we're playing as the new Ülar. The real Ülar, I guess you'd say. If it's not worth my time, no need to worry about it. What I brought is a catalyst for the new stage of termination itself. Okay, I'm not in the mood for jokes. Oh, and he's just still there. Oh yeah, see, because the thread is still... Okay. You won't know until you look into it. What if I'm right? Termination or not, it's definitely not normal code. What if I said it came from the Garden of Brilliance? Change your mind? I'll look into it. As long as you fulfill my request. Of course, give and take, right? As expected. He wants more junk. Ike's request. Item picture book series. Rank and Huma, typically sold in Dome Ukron. These aren't particularly rare or anything. Ukron, though, is going to be a problem. Hi guys, I'm Toyable. Today we'll be disassembling a weird echo I found outside. Why is it strange you ask? Look closely. Instead of one input hole, it has two. When I found it, it was feeding on another echo, so I managed to catch it off guard. Man, these things are fast. I had to sedate for a few hours, but it should have worn off by now. When you attempt this at home, make sure to find a sharp tool to make a clean cut. And here we go. Oh no. As you can see, they immediately start to vibrate, and dark liquid starts to pour out of the lamp, just like echoes. Man, that's about it. This one is no different from others. I guess I don't own a degree in ecology, but even I can tell it's almost the same. It'll be ways to end the broadcast here, so decide which part we cut off next. Just cut it open. Ooh, I don't know why the music just scared me. Oh, the generosity. Thanks to you. Tomorrow's stream will be special. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for watching. You can try to assemble your own echo, but you have to pay a fee to Echo Protection Association. Though things like these might not be protected by that, you can try finding them too. Or if it doesn't have two input holes, make one. Until next time. What did I just... Okay. Say to your wish, I wish to obtain the pass to Dome Ukron. What will you give up to attain it? Choose one of the following. Give up 2 months worth of memories. Have a win streak at PvP Arena 20 times. Let's go PvP Arena. You'll never know whom you'll encounter there, but I should be fine thanks to my advice. Your will is not your own, your decisions are influenced from outside the shell. As long as you accept that truth, you'll encounter virtue becoming a puppeteer yourself. Tip from Miss Rainer, our advices are not flaws, there are conditions for becoming a stronger version of yourself. In short, our virtues are born out of polished flaws. Very well. You have entered Dome Noir. Please be patient and stay so during this security check. The map of the premise is buried in the attachment. Oh, it looks like a face. We hope you enjoy your stay. Welcome to our live broadcast from PvP Arena. Very simple, once you're out of the circle, you lose. Every time you win, you get all your opponent's points. I don't know why I highlighted that by accident. Today's challenger is Ülar the Puppeteer versus Sander the Chateau. Frank the Impenetrable Shell, Klaus the Runner. Come on, you can't get more serious than this. I made our final challenger, Bernard the Abyssal. Oh, I remember seeing him. Huh. What kind of title is that? Oh. Huh? Shouldn't they have anyone more competent here? You should have seen the look on your face and even noticed what got you. There's no point in arguing after I already won, is there? So get lost already. Oh. Damn it, I have to look for another way to get fast. Did you know that originally echoes used Hurrians as temporary hosts and a source of food? The food part is simple. Both Hurrians and silica gel share the same chemical element, silicone. The only difference is that the silica gel capsules are infused with a substance that suppresses echoes' natural instincts. It's so effective that echoes never mature to begin with. However, back in the old days, in order to protect themselves from the harsh environment and natural predators, the echoes crawled into Hurrians' inner hollows and fed on their innards until Ew. After Echo would victoriously emerge from the Hurrian through the mouth hole. Ew. Ripping it apart and discarding the host remnants. It's like keeping people requests. I'm still on it. What's up? This is okay. This code is definitely abnormal. Just where did you get it from? Told you. What did you find? Around 3% of it is coded in a language I'm familiar with, but the rest seem to be pure gibberish. What does the 3% cover? Only the basic life functions: shape, memory, senses, motor skills, very limited data storage, don't have any patches, doesn't sporify nor regenerate on its own. As for those, I can't promise any result until I figure out the logic behind it. Anything else of interest? I'm not telling you until you do your part. Okay. And green. Hi there, Rain the Savior. And so it's an Ascensionist belief system branch focused on their reign, and the two titans allow yourself to get soaked in what's the world so its true colors. I'm going to massacre arena. Today you'll experience a mind-blowing battle between two furious echoes craving carnage. We contender one that thrives extremely eager to move all this echo is our veteran. And here's our contender 2, the Twister. This newcomer echo is sponsored by the farm. Clinch the bets. Make sure to sew in your threads before the fight starts, or you'll miss out on half of the experience. Sorry, I've been doing this for like 50 minutes. The key to getting the winner right is a mix of luck and knowledge of echoes. Both of these are genetically modified beings grown on the farm. Number one emits psychic waves that affect the other echoes in its vicinity and subjects them to sensory overload, but it's already too old, so the effects have weakened over time. Kills its prey by thrusting its multiple tongues into it and tearing it apart from the inside. Okay, yep. Oh boy. Determination 3500E to present. An upcoming apocalypse officially announced by the factory. According to scientific estimation and simulations, all raincoats have the same expiration date stored within their fiber metadata, and their cells shut down completely. The Tau pluvologists have announced that it's impossible to develop artificial raincoats that can store large amounts of data that raincoat fibers do in the short amount of time they have left, so the research becomes focused on developing artificial raincoats for entertainment purposes instead. The public activities before termination can be characterized by boredom, violent sports, and voting show format domination on the entertainment market. The most popular belief system is Ascension, which promises passing on your own terms. In today's Echo Story Corner, we'll discuss the main factor that drives Mouse Arena: aggression. Do echoes feel aggression towards their own kind? The answer is no, they don't. Not only they are highly social life forms, but all of them are interconnected on a higher level. Here at the passion echo fights is a chemical they are injected with before the match. Of course. Due to the communication jamming component of the drug, they begin to perceive other echoes as enemy predators that threaten their community. I'm really sad luck day. Who would think the Guardians would show up? Hey Ülar, how are we doing? Not that well, I presume. Still need to find a way to pay Ike, or I'll never receive measure from Ike. Huh, has he decoded it already? Attachment Ike 06135. Yes, sir. Is he assuming he's sitting in an empty container? Huh? Mr. Rainer, Miss Rainer, hope you're doing well, dear friend. I come bearing urgent news. I've located the list of artifact we've been trying to track down for so long. Titan Bell. Where's it? You're at the coordinates. You'll be heading towards the Titan. Method to... Oh my god. Oh, fuck. When the Overseer fell down from the sky, its head got cracked in two. Out of it emerged the second Titan, the Veiled One, who bombed it for 6 days straight, and his vomit became the unharvested seed. The final breaths turned to aetheroids, who in turn animated the lifeless bodies of Urians, which the sea countlessly spawned. Upon witnessing the Veiled One's passing, the Overseer was overcome with grief. Liquid oozed out of its holes and became the ring that kept endlessly falling. Unable to part with the second Titan, the Overseer fused their bodies into one part rising above the ground, the other part below it. For this, the Titans never moved again. Finally, with this, I'll bring him back. I just need to rig it to make it stay in one place. Be careful, my friend. The Titan is surrounding it by a pool of metaslime, a non-Newtonian substance. I'll stop for a second, or he'll get sucked in. Okay. Oh god. Wait. Don't know what that is. Dream of anything in particular? Appealed to the Undying, but how? The Titan? I don't have time for this. What's with all the hurry? The termination has already been successfully initiated. But the Titan Bell. If I don't... Didn't you hear me? It's already over. All that's left is to put an end to our eternity. Isn't it wonderful? This time, once and for all of the Rinko Hurians' lives on here will reach their final conclusion. A new cycle will never begin. It'll mark the end to our boredom. They will make sure of it. So please, let me hear your song. Got to remember the words right now, Mr. Rainer. On a faraway star lived a nation of hard-working people. No matter what they did, they always tried their best. Whether they fought, argued, created, loved, or destroyed, they did so passionately. Each and every one of them had a simple wish: to be happy. The idea of happiness lay in being productive. So bit by bit, they did their best to get rid of all the unproductive things, of difficult words, of shameful memories, of confused rituals, of the differences that caused conflict in the first place. Until finally, they got rid of the epitome of unproductivity itself. Death was no more. Something was amiss. Before they knew it, they couldn't produce a single emotion of their own. Before they knew it, they were starving. Come here. Eat all you want. A song is the basis of meaning, the origin of identity, a bridge for connection. Yet we kept counting. Oh. Oh, his little face. Ooh. Okay. Our Krat is sulking. Didn't you accumulate all this energy just for today? So much preparation, and for what? It barely lasted a moment. I knew you'd be able to one-shot this thing, but seeing it in person really makes all the difference. We weren't able to stop it spreading through the echo net, but at least the disconnected ones will remain silent. Would it hurt you to try looking a little more relieved? Although on some level, I understand. It's not the outcome you wanted. Epilogue. Afterward. Epilogue. There's an epilogue. Oh no. Oh, do I just click them? Raincoat fibers. The fibers are of artificial origin. The fiber data mostly consists of unperishable gibberish. Upper extremity shows the common signs of decay, marbling, dark suns, loss of mass, most likely shaped to resemble a Rinko Urine's upper limb. Rinko's fiber memory. Number difference claw-like plates in the tips of the fingers. Body retrieved in a half-decomposed state, covered in mucus-filled blisters, characteristic to decomposition process of IV-based organisms. There are multiple microscopic scars covering the tissue. Head. The subject's head underwent several deformations after the separation from the raincoat. Contents of stomach. Ew. Subject had fully operational digestive tract, aside from barely digested silicon pieces. The subject has evidently consumed echoes as its main source of nutrition. The analyst shows that the genetic material found in its stomach cavity belonged to a single echo. Can I click on anything else? I can only click on those. Okay. Afterward. Hello, me. You have finished Mr. Rainer's solid service. The themes I had in my head while writing the script were digital age, endlessness, and hunger. While the main idea stayed roughly the same as when I started the project, the details underwent a lot of changes during the development process, and I'm happy with the end result. Finally, I get to make a cute text ADV about small animals. Even nice pictures. Is there anything technology is not capable of these days? The story lacks Hino's presence, but as I was writing the script, he made me understand that he's ultimately not interested in being around Ülar, which is why he got up and left. The bits I had most fun without the extras. Maybe next time I should make a game that consists entirely out of commercials and short pseudo-educational videos. The future of the online entertainment is so exciting. Possibilities endless. Perhaps it'd be a story about a character who can't lift a spoon no matter what they do, dropping it over and over again, all while streaming it live. The food keeps spilling all over the table, and yet they frantically try lifting it again with an awkward laugh and distressed noise, only for them to dissolve into a never-ending string of thank yous as the chat box on the side explodes with an avalanche of reactions ranging from pitying to grateful. Then we all could truly laugh together. Thank you for reading until the end, and good luck with finding all the info collectibles if you haven't caught all of them yet. As for now, here's the glossary where you can find all the terms sprinkled throughout the game. Etherane. Ooh, okay. I have that saved, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess that's the end. I said I was going to finish Mr. Rainer's level service in the next episode, and I think I did. I did that ending, then I just went through the other ending. Man, I wasn't expecting to record for an hour, but it was worth it to finally have this game done and finished. Hammering. There's always someone hammering every fucking time I record. Can you cool it for like 5 minutes so I can do an outro? Anyway, I really enjoyed this. I hope you did too. And yeah, if you did, subscribe, share the stuff I do. See you next time. Bye-bye.